Hey guys, Paul from Ashen. Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of September 1st, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by the Comic Book Store, 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey, 08028. Come by some really big dragons. There's some really big dragons right now. Buy an adult black dragon. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to click, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Just follow this little button that just pops up to the bottom. It'll be popping up throughout there just to remind you to subscribe, because we do a lot more stuff on this channel.
How could you not like what you're looking at? Paul got a nice haircut. Hi, Paul.
Pretty sure I had this last week.
Hey, guys. Tim from Capes and Scowls, from Comic Book Store, from Team Ashen, from Paul and Tim Do a Thing. Sometimes we do a thing. Time to talk about trades, so let's get started. We got Heroes Reborn Companions, Volume 1 and 2. These both come out today, and they are all the tie-in stories for Heroes Reborn, so if you like some weird alternate reality kind of style stuff, you'll enjoy that. We've got Eternals Volume 1. Super good book. Paul really enjoyed that one. We've got Captain America Volume 5. I don't remember. I believe this is the end of the Tanashi Coates. That guy. We've got Batman Adventures. Cat Got Your Tongue. This is a new bunch of stuff. Man, I don't know nothing this week, Paul. Isn't that exciting? Wolverine, Volume 2. This is the new run by Benjamin Percy. Black Cat, Volume 5 by Jed McKay. That's been crushing it. I got a golden book, Batman, Batbot. So who doesn't like that? We've got the Chameleon Conspiracy, which is Volume 14 of Amazing Spider-Man. Came out pretty soon after Volume 13. We've got Space Bastards, which is just fantastic. This is Derek Robertson, who is known for The Boys, amongst other things. We've got Batman Zero Year. This is... we didn't read this, but... yeah. Providence, finally collected in a trade volume. This was only... I don't think it was ever in one giant compendium, so that's the whole thing. Scooby-Doo, that's Snow Ghost. Whoa! Thor and Loki, Double Trouble, collected in one big thing as well. And finally, something I love, EC's Vault of Horror, the EC Archives, collecting issues 12 through 17. It is Volume 1. Collecting Vault of Horror 12 through 17. Some classic EC craziness.
First up, we have Batman Future State Alpha, issue number 1. Well, the story was really good about this. The problem is, for being a number 1, you really need to know a lot of what has been going on with Batman. And I just really haven't been. So a lot of this story feels very lost. It is basically what feels like the beginning of what the future state will eventually be. This is that first big step to becoming that dystopian future that you saw in the future state books. Whereas we're finding the first peacekeeper. The magistrate is doing its thing. So yeah, in that respect, we have that. But again, there's so many other moving parts within this book that I don't understand what's going on. So if you are up to date on everything, you're going to probably enjoy this book more than I did. It wasn't a bad book. It's just that a lot of the moving parts that are going on are lost. It feels like very much a culmination of a lot of different things going on and a launching point of the next story. And as such, you really do need to remember a lot of what's going on. And I just haven't. So if you are, grab it. If not, it's not a bad story. It's just, you might be really lost.
All right, first up for me, we have Almost American, issue 1. This is written by Ron Mars, and I generally enjoy Ron Mars, and it's from Aftershock. I, at first, was, not super impressed with it, I'm not going to lie, but it is basically the story of some Russian spies that want to, talk to the CIA and come to America, and they're going to give up some secrets and that kind of thing. It's basically just the story of them doing that and traveling. Not a lot actually happens in this issue. The way it ends, though, is super good, and the behind-the-scenes stuff is that there's an actual person who lived this kind of life that this is based on, and this is taken from a real loosely from a real story, at least. And that's super fascinating. The stuff in the back is super interesting. So, it's a weird kind of thing because it's like not a lot happens in this book. I mean, the art's pretty, but like it's just this couple leaving there and coming here. I don't know. It might get crazy good though. So do a little research to see if this is for you. But it's going to take another issue for me to say yes, definitely read it.
Next up, we have Demon Days Cursed Web issue number 1. Also a book that you should probably know more about. However, they do a much more succinct job of catching you up on what happened before. As a result, this is a much more enjoyable story because you are, well, this is not the first in that story. It gives you more than enough to go on. As the main character is trying to find her family and learn who she is while also interacting with other people that have already been introduced in other issues of Demon Days. It's really interesting. Like, I've read the very first issue of the Demon Days that came out, and it's always interesting to see their reimagining of characters that we know and love in feudal fantastical Japanese lore. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm based on some of the characters that you do see in this issue. I really want to see where this goes, because wow, it could definitely go in a wildly different direction. But definitely worth the read. The art is beautiful in here, and the story writing is also very, very good. So grab it.
Next up, we have Harley Quinn Annual, the 2021 Annual. It's not numbered in any way. Interesting. This is written by Stephanie Phillips. We love her. She's always good. And this story is Harley is missing. And Kevin, who is her associate, and Solomon Grundy are going to find her. And there is a new weird villain whose name is Keepsake. And all he does is steal crap from other villains, because he's been a goon for just about all of them, and he uses all of their weaponry. So he's got, penguin umbrellas and, firefly fire guns, and basically they go to Mr. Freeze for help, and Mr. Freeze is like just freezing everybody. He freezes Solomon Grundy, and he's like, tell me why you remotely think I would help you or could help you. And you do a flashback story, and it gets pretty good, and I gotta say, it followed a pretty interesting and logical conclusion. I enjoyed it. It's all one and done in there. And it does lead into something that it apparently will be going on in Harley number 7, I want to say. So if you're looking to get into Harley, this is a good jumping on point that will lead into the main story arc. And if you just want a zany story, and Solomon Grundy in there, and Grundy always good. So check it out.
What is my pick of the week? It is Dark Ages issue number 1. Yeah, Marvel book is my pick of the week. It doesn't usually happen very often. But if you know anything about me, you know that I love Elseworld tales. I love things that come from the alternate realities, because nothing is safe. And that is what happens in this. This is not an in-continuity book. It is an alternate reality where a being of just craziness that basically is the Unmaker. It's someone who unmakes black holes and is then corrupted by those black holes and wants to unmake everything, and is put at the core of the world, and is suddenly awake, and all of Earth's mightiest heroes have to try to stop it, and many of them die. And not like, oh, we they might be dead kind of thing. No, they're dead. This is think deceased in that respect, where no one is safe. And it's so much good. There's so much good in this. The writing is fantastic. The art is beautiful, and seeing who lives and who dies, and then the state of the world afterwards. This is Dark Ages. The only way that they kind of could finish it is plunging the world into a new Dark Age, and that gives us new villains or new alliances that create a very, very difficult terrain to walk through. I love this book so much. I can't wait for more. And I want to see where this goes, because the villains at the end of this book, that is that is interesting. Also, they wrote Spider-Man very well in this, and I'm always a huge fan when Spider-Man is written well. So definitely grab this, man. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun because you don't need to know anything that comes before because it's an Elseworld tale. Everything is encompassed right here, and I can't wait for more. So definitely grab it.
All right, time for my pick of the week. Paul, what's my pick of the week? My Paul of the week. Paul, what is my Paul of the week?
I think it's because you're holding it.
Ah, well, you're my Paul of the week, buddy. Aw. It's Mirka Andolfo's Red Sonja. Red Sonja issue 1, getting a new number 1, which happens often, but who cares? This is a story of Sonja going to fight some bandits that are in cahoots with some sort of demon. They're sort of possessed. They have strange markings on their forehead, and she is sent to rescue a child, you realize. And this adds a new dynamic to Red Sonja, where she's total badass, total hard ass, and she has to put up with a child, which is not an easy thing to do. The child is, kind of annoying, but there's a reason for it, I think, and it goes somewhere you don't expect, and I did very much enjoy it. So if you love Mirka Andolfo, which you should, this is an interesting take from her, and I say check it out. I think it was a pretty cool, something new for Red Sonja. Every time they do something new with Red Sonja, I generally enjoy it. It can't just be all hack and slash, but there has to be some hack and slash, right? So, if you're like, I don't know what to do with Red Sonja, I don't know where to jump in, this is fine. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, you made it to the end of the video. It's over. We did it again, as we do. Thank you for checking it out. If any of you have checked out Paul and Tim Do a Thing, thank you. There will be a new video up Friday and probably a second one if we don't suck at what we do.
What, 2 videos on a Friday?
2 videos on a Friday.
You're asking me to do a lot of work.
I am, but it's because I love you?
I don't think that's how that works.
It's some other emotion I can't define. Love evades me. Don't tell my wife. That's weird.
That's weird.
It's very weird. So, yeah, check out the video if you want. And if you don't want, just leave it running in the background. Paul, anything you want to plug? You're on Twitch. You do Twitchy things. He twitches a lot.
A day without Twitch tomorrow. We won't be streaming, but we will be having Discord, movie night, all that kind of fun stuff. And then we'll pick up our regular schedule back on Thursday.
What movie? Wonder
Woman 84.
Ooh. All right. Well, you could certainly do that. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.